I don't know if you guys know, but in the last couple of weeks, America is going through a horror story. It all started with Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie. They were a couple that wanted to set out to conquer the world, and which they did indeed. But behind those beautiful smiles, there was a tragedy going to brew, and it was coming soon, where Brian Laundrie would be murdering Gabby Petito, allegedly. It's not stated clearly what happened yet, but domestic violence does exist, and that's what we'll be talking about now. Welcome to Jahara Maravilla TV on YouTube. I love you guys so very much. I just hope that each and every one of you are very safe wherever you're located. And I also want you to understand that if you see this man, Brian Laundrie, please contact the FBI and let them know that you have spotted this guy, because this guy really needs to face up to what he did, and no one gets away with murder, especially here in the United States. My prayers goes out to Gabby Petito's family, and I'll be addressing things that I feel about domestic violence within the next seconds. You'll be hearing tragedy stories and stuff that has happened to a lot of girls and just going through domestic violence. It takes away my breath. I might be stuttering, but I really want you guys to be aware of what domestic violence can do to a family, and anyone can get involved in domestic violence, and it's just a sad situation to be in, which is why I want to really do this video and inform you guys about what I feel about domestic violence. Gabby Petito was an amazing young lady. She had her whole life ahead of her. She was 21 years old, and she was traveling the country with Brian Laundrie. They were both said to be engaged, and they were engaged. That what happened was that they called up their engagement, and they decided to go on a road trip here in the United States. But no one knew the horror that Gabby was going through, and that tragedy would strike where Brian would be taking her life. It is so sad because domestic violence happens all the time, and it's not being pushed to the media because of the fact that people don't want to talk about it. But indeed, we have to talk about it. Domestic violence hits anyone, anywhere. It doesn't matter what color you are, what situation you are in. Domestic violence can happen to anyone, which is why I want to talk about this in this video. I just feel like domestic violence is something really serious that people don't want to talk about, and they want to push it to the side, especially the person that is involved in the situation and is the victim. It's like nothing can help you with domestic violence, because you might think because the guy or the person has money, you're going to deal with the problems. But the problems is not going to fix anything when you're dead. This person can take your life. They can take advantage of you. Especially when I just felt like when I saw him on TV and he went into her ATM and stole her money. Like, what kind of monster is this guy? Like, you were in love one second, and the next second you kill this poor girl, like, allegedly. But at the end of the day, it's sad because his own parents seem to be covering up what their son did. They welcomed him into the home, and then all of a sudden he disappears. Come on, we know that kind of story and what happens with parents that don't, correct their children. It starts in the home, and it starts with the parents. If you see that your child, is a danger to society, get your child some help. If you are the person that is in danger, get yourself some help. Help is anywhere and everywhere. It's so sad because we're living in 2021 and this still is happening. Feminicidio es algo bien serio, mis hijas. Esto es algo que pasa en todas las naciones, en todos los sitios, en todos los países, y esto es algo bien triste porque al fin del día tú puedes perder tu vida, y eso pasa mucho tiempo. A mí me pasó una vez que yo tenía una amiga en el Bronx, mis hijas, mira, y ella tenía el papá del hijo de ella, estaban felices, eran una pareja bien bonita, y al fin del día él la mató a ella porque ella quería seguir con su vida. Y yo quiero que ustedes sepan que cuando tú entrabas a la casa de ella, tú nada más veías la sangre como un horror movie, la pared, de todo, y ella se defendió, pero él hasta le llevó lo pobre deíto a ella, y el hermano de ella quedó en una situación tan fea que el niño nunca habló después de eso, el hermanito de ella. Y ella tenía un hijo con este niño, y él la amenazaba y le decía, mira, yo te voy a matar, fulana, yo te voy a matar. Y al fin del día sí lo logró y lo hizo. Por eso te digo a ti que yo no me gusta que jueguen con esa palabra, porque esa palabra es algo feo y fuerte. Y yo siento que even in the situation with Gabby, when she got pulled over, I don't know if you guys saw it. This drama started weeks ago, where even they got even pulled. They were even in like a resort, not a resort, but a desert, and they were chilling, in a new area where people were calling 911 because they felt that he was a monster. When they came across his being, the person that he was, they were stating that he was yelling at people and treating people bad, and that he was even putting his hands on Gabby Petito. Brian appears to be a very American psycho, basically, because at the end of the day, how could you claim that you love this young girl? She's only 21 years old, about 105 pounds. Can you believe that? 105 pounds, this little girl, and this guy decides to take his muscle and his strength and put it around her neck and allegedly kill her? Like, come on. It's to show you that these people are weak. They wouldn't do it to another man, they wouldn't do it to another person, but they will do it to you. They're cowards. You need to understand that if you're involved in a situation where a man is putting their hands on you, you need to go the other way. Sometimes you might not want to call 911, okay, we get it, but don't endanger yourself. Don't put yourself in danger where your life is basically in a threat. It's lying in his hands. He's not God. He's not your father. So you need to understand that you need to take this seriously, and you need to fight against domestic violence. We need to fight against domestic violence, and it's gonna be hard. But I just feel like we should just do something where women could stand up together, even here in New York, gather ourselves, and do something where we could speak up. Because I feel like a lot of females are going through it, but they're scared to speak about it. You have to speak up. You cannot stay next to the abuser. The abuser is going to continue to be your abuser. The reason why I feel so passionate about this is because I had a situation, and it's happened several times with people where I've seen them in situations just like mine, and nobody wants to speak about it. Nobody wants to confront the situation. Nobody wants to get help because of what? Money is not everything. Money is a root to all evil, and we need to respect our lives, and we need to honor ourselves and know that if a person is putting their hands on you, they do not want anything positive or good for you, and nothing good is going to come out of that. Because all they're going to do is, when you get married, they're going to think that they own you. When you have children, they think that that's property. And then what happens? They wind up just hurting everyone and taking everyone down with them, because misery loves company. And at the end of the day, we have to understand that I'm just all over the place. And it's due to the fact that I just feel so frustrated with this situation. Feminicide is something serious. It happens everywhere. It can happen in Ecuador. It can happen in the Dominican Republic. It can happen here in the United States. It can happen in Europe. It's happening everywhere, and it's happening every single second of the day, where someone is getting murdered or hit or killed, including your own child, and getting involved in stuff like this. It's not good. It's not a good look, and it happened even to me with one of my boyfriends. That, I'm not going to name his name, but he put me through hell and back, and he abused me, and I even turned to drugs because of the fact that I couldn't take the abuse and the pain that I was going through. So at the end of the day, I come with you with my heart in my hands, because I know that maybe this video could save someone's life. Maybe this video could get to your head and let you know that if he puts his hands on you, he is not the one that loves you. He is your enemy, and he can hurt you, and he can take your life. And it's so sad, because we think that, oh, maybe because he takes care of me financially, maybe because he loves me, allegedly. I'm going to say alleged because sometimes these people will go against you and act like they're the victim. Like in the situation where Gabby Petito was getting pulled over, she took all the weight upon herself and said, no, I have bipolar, and I'm over here hitting him, and I'm over here, doing all the wrong things. And she didn't understand that she was the victim. She didn't see that. She saw him as the victim, because he probably puts his hands on her and then tells her, hey, it's all your fault. You're the one that leads me to make me feel like this, that I have to hurt you. You're the one that's making me feel like I have to put my hands on you. They do that all the time. That's mind games. It's called psychological games. Don't let them play games with your head. You have to be strong, and you have to get out. Look at the situation with Gabby Petito. She does not deserve to be under the ground. Her parents don't deserve to bury such a beautiful young lady that had her whole life ahead of her, and they chose to take it by acting like nothing is happening. The parents don't care. They're at home in their Florida home, and people are literally outside chanting and yelling to them, "Where is Gabby Petito? Where is Gabby? You guys know where Gabby is." They were telling them that they knew that these parents were aware of what the son had done, but they didn't care. They actually even bought him a mobile home where he can travel and get away with murder, but he's not. And the problem is that those parents, they're gonna go down too, and they're gonna be involved in this situation because they're covering for a fugitive of the United States, and that is not right. It is not right, and you need to speak up. If you see Brian Laundrie, call the FBI. This beautiful young girl lost her life because he decided to take it. And like I was saying, when they got pulled over, did you guys see how she was basically taking all of the rap for herself? And she said that she was the violent one. She was the one that was causing all of the pain. But yo, she's 106 pounds, and he's way bigger than her. What kind of pain was she causing him? And I wonder, will they use this in court, baby, and act like, like, yo, she did it, she admitted it. I'm talking to my husband because he supports me all the way, and he's always been here for me, and he loves me, and I just thank God that I actually found true love because I was involved in a situation like that. I know many women were involved or are involved, and it's sad because at the end of the day, the only person that can help you is you. You're the only person that can help yourself in any situation that is dangerous. You're the one that can walk away and get out of the situation. But many of us choose to stay because of love. Love is not easy to find, let me tell you. And at the end of the day, you might think you're in love with this person because they make you feel good, but not everything that it makes you feel good is love, okay? It's very brain damaging to be in a situation like domestic violence. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. You guys are on Jahara Maravilla TV. Don't forget to hit that bottom button and subscribe to your girl, Jahara Maravilla.